It is safe to say that in the history of the country called Kenya, we have never had another character anywhere near as fascinating as the character of one William Samoei Ruto. And it is also interesting that this is one man whom Kenyans actually don't know. And many of those who think they know him actually don't know him. Because it is his decision making that has brought the country called Kenya to the very serious crisis the country faces today. Although if we were to believe the speeches, the actions of Bwana Ruto, it is impossible to imagine that we're anywhere near a crisis. And that has something to do with his character. And already, that is one reason why it will be so difficult to get Kenya out of the very deep hole the country has sunk into in terms of a crisis. Because how do you solve a problem if you do not even acknowledge that there's a problem? Now we need to understand that the Moi years were really a time when being a Kalenjin was a huge business opportunity. And it was also a huge political opportunity for anybody from the community who had any ambition either to make money or to get into politics. Moi handlers were actively searching around for bright Kalenjin minds, sharp Kalenjin minds, to boost the business community of the Kalenjin nation. A Nairobi businessman called Jacob Juma, who had grown wealthy being an entrepreneur, supplying to the Kano government. And he was getting these huge contracts, mainly by virtue of his closeness to the president's son, Gideon Moi. Jacob Juma was without doubt the most super intelligent in the entire group. But he had also come from very humble beginnings. And this is probably the reason why he took to Ruto and took him under his wing and became a proper mentor to Ruto. Indeed, it is true to say that the man who played the biggest role in molding Ruto and lifting him up very rapidly up the ladder was Jacob Juma. It is Jacob Juma who influenced and assisted Ruto's move from the Kawangware slums to a more upmarket, respectable residence. Of course, by this time, Youth for Kano had already happened, and Ruto had already made some serious money. But Ruto ended up falling out with his mentor, Jacob Juma. Now, simple logic. Do you think it is possible for an individual to profit from fuel being imported to the country without any knowledge of the office of the president? Of course not. And Ruto will not see that reality, even when things come to a head. And therefore, what is going on right now in the inner circle is that more and more people are beginning to get exposed to Ruto's famous temper. Ruto has a very famous temper. Who cannot see reason? It is impossible for them to see reason. What would you expect? And to his great disadvantage, people who cannot reason will always end up in a situation where their powerful friends will fall out with them, and fall out with them very badly. And therefore it is very safe to say that what we have in Kenya is a doomed country. It is now only a matter of time.